My name is Katie, and this is Bradley. We'll be flowing with our breath today with a light Vinyasa flow. And before we begin, we'll be doing a bit of breath work to kind of set ourselves in that meditative flow state. All you'll need for practice today is your mat and yourself. If you like to practice with blocks or any additional needs that you have for your practice, feel free to grab those. We will be starting in a seated position, so if you need something for underneath the hips to kind of make that a more comfortable position for yourself, feel free to go ahead and grab that now, whether it's a pillow or a blanket or your block. So let's get started. Come to a comfortable seated position, so you can be cross-legged like myself, half lotus or even full lotus. If this isn't accessible, you can always sit on the shins and rest your hips back on your heels, or come to a comfortable seat on a pillow. Close your eyes. Begin to ground down in towards your sits bones. So really wiggle side to side. And just feel yourself ground down in towards the earth. Let the backs of your hands rest on the tops of your knees. So we will be practicing with our palms facing up in this posture, receiving energy today. As you feel that groundedness through your hips, feel a slight tuck of your tailbone so that you pull up and in through your low belly. Knit your rib cage in towards your spine as you lift through your heart space. Shoulders draw down and away from the ears. If it feels good to kind of give them a nice big circle up towards your ears and circle those shoulders out to let them relax. Feel free to take a few shoulder shrugs. And eventually land with those shoulders melting down your back, heart opening forward. Let that energy rise up through the head and neck, reach up through the crown of your head. And let's take a few head and neck circles. So just let your chin tuck towards your chest, lengthen through the back of your neck. Let your right ear dip towards your right shoulder, lengthening that left side of the neck. Roll your head back, let it feel heavy all the way over towards your left shoulder, lengthening the right side of your neck. And then drop your chin back through center, switch sides, so just let your head roll in the opposite direction. Pause at any point that you may need to feel that length through the head and neck. Just take 1 to 2 more rounds on your own. Switch directions. Got the head and neck. Let go. Good. After that second round or so, meet with your crown of the head extending towards the sky. Chin parallel with the earth. Softness through your face, softness through the eyebrows. Feeling centered here. Take a moment, notice where the mind is at in this moment. Just allow any of those thoughts that trickle in, just let them trickle right back out. And let's begin our breath. Take a deep inhale in through the nose. Let the belly expand. As you exhale, we're going to exhale out audibly through the mouth. Let it go. A few more rounds like that. Big breath in through the nose. Fill your belly like a balloon. Audible breath out. Good. Big breath in through your nose. Drink that breath all the way down to the base of your belly. Audible exhale, release. 2 more like that. Inhale in through the nose. audible through your mouth. Last one like that. Inhale in. Let the breath go completely. Now breathing in and out through your nose and your nose only. Begin to create that gentle constriction in the back of your throat with each inhale and exhale. So as you're inhaling, deep breath in, create that wave-like sound in the back of the throat. Drink your breath all the way down to the base of your belly. And as you exhale out through the nose, hear that same sound through the back of the throat, that oceanic sound, as you release your breath completely. Lengthen your inhales deep in through the nose. Belly expands, chest rises. Drink that breath all the way up to the top of your throat. And as you exhale, let that breath fully release out, smooth as it came in. And big breath in through your nose. Create that gentle constriction. Drink your breath all the way up to the top of your throat. Maybe even hold the breath at the top. Suspend the breath. And as you exhale, let that breath completely go. Maybe even pause with empty breath at the bottom. Feeling that emptiness. Continue these breaths on your own, in and out through the nose. Maybe playing with holding the breath at the top and holding with empty breath at the bottom. Notice what sensations come up with each. So as you're holding the breath at the top, notice what kind of sensations come through the body. And as you're on empty breath, notice what happens through the body, what sensations occur with that empty breath. Continue to take about 2 to 3 more rounds on your own. Take your inner gaze to the point between your eyebrows. So while the eyes are closed, your eyeballs are actually lifted up, creating an alert state even though you're in a meditative state. So that we don't just go to sleep. Finish that last exhale here. And then join me with hands at heart center. Bow your chin. Take a moment here to set an intention for your practice. I offer one of receiving energy today. So being receptive to what the universe or what anyone around you is offering today. What are they teaching you? What are they giving you? Be open. Whatever comes to mind first, be open and receiving with that intention. Good, and let's all start moving with our breath. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky, flutter your eyelids open, look up. Now as you exhale, twist to the right. Right hand comes down on the earth behind you, left hand to the top of your right knee. Look out past your right shoulder. Sit up tall. Deep breath in. Let your exhale twist you deeper, maybe even look out behind you. Good, and on your next inhale, keep your left hand exactly where it's at. Take your right arm to cross all the way over the top of your left, creating an X with your arms. And then take your forearms to lift up towards the sky. Take an inhale, lift your elbows, look up. Good, exhale, release your arms. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky, look up, create length. As you exhale, opposite side, let's take that left hand down behind us, right hand to the top of that left knee. So sit up tall, create a nice length through your spine as you twist towards the back of your room. Let your chin travel towards that left shoulder, so you're extending that twist all the way up through the cervical vertebrae. Good, one more breath here. Let that exhale twist you even deeper. And on your next inhale, let that left arm cross over the right. Create that X with your arms. Forearms towards the sky, lift your elbows, lift through your heart, look up, big breath. Exhale, release your arms down. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, take your right arm to cross over the left. Lift those forearms, lift the elbows, look up. Exhale, release your arms down. Inhale, arms to the sky, reach high. Exhale, twist to the left, roll that left shoulder back. Inhale, left arm crosses over the right, forearms rise up, elbows lift up, look up. Exhale, release those arms down, pause. Good. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Now as you exhale, hinge forward, reach your arms out in front of you. We'll all meet in a tabletop pose. So let your shoulders stack over your wrists, hips over your knees. And as you inhale, begin to roll your shoulders down your back, tilt your tailbone to the sky. Exhale, curl back up and in, tuck your chin, arch like a Halloween cat. Good, inhale, shoulders back, tailbone high, lift up through your heart. Exhale, curl back up and in, tuck your chin. Good, move with your breath. So as you inhale, shoulders peel back, tailbone is high to the sky. And as you exhale, curl back up and in, tuck in through your chin and your tailbone. Undulate through the spine with your breath through our cat-cow poses. So let that exhale breath lead you into cat. And your inhale, open your heart into cow. Good, just opening up a few more breaths here. Let this feel good. As always, if another movement arises through this that you'd like to explore, feel free to move into that here. We're really just warming the spine, getting all those little creaks out. Last full cycle. Good. Let's all meet in a neutral spine, tabletop position. Gaze down between your thumbs. Take an inhale. Reach your right arm high to the sky. Roll your right shoulder back. Twist open. As you exhale, thread the needle. Right hand slides underneath. Let that right shoulder come down to the earth. Bend your left elbow. So already you're feeling that nice length through that right shoulder blade. Hips press back evenly towards the back of your space. If you want more in this posture, you can always take that left arm to the sky. Feel a nice opening here. And even tuck that left arm behind the back, getting deeper in the shoulders and the spine. One more breath wherever you are. Good. Let's take that left arm back up to the sky. Lower your left palm to the earth. Inhale, right arm rises high. Open out, roll your right shoulder back, look up. Exhale, tabletop position. Pause here with one breath. Let's switch sides. Inhale, your left arm to the sky. Roll your left shoulder back, look up high. As you exhale, thread through. And let your right elbow bend deeply. If you want more through this posture, you can let your right arm rise up to the sky. And maybe even tuck behind your back around the front of that left hip, getting deeper into your shoulders and the spine. Good. Steady breath. Hips press back evenly. And then inhale, your right arm reaches high. Lower that right hand to the earth. Big breath in, left arm rises up, open out, look up to the sky. And exhale, tabletop position. Pause here, inhale in. And exhale out. Tuck your toes behind you, press your hips back towards your heels. Ground through your palms. Lift your knees up off your mat, press back, and then begin to press your hips towards the sky. Come into your first downward dog. So here, pedal through those feet, side to side. Whatever feels good here, shift forward and back over the toes into the palms. Lift up through the heels, lower through the heels. Lift a leg, twist open. Whatever feels right here, just let yourself move in towards whatever's calling you here. So we're just getting those nice creaks out, warming the body. Stay connected with that breath, connecting with what you are receiving during this practice. Good, deep breath. Let's all settle into our downward dog. So hands, take a look at the top of your mat. Just make sure that they're shoulders width distance. Ground through your palms. Spread your fingers wide like starfish on your mat. Ground down as you wrap those shoulders down and away from your ears. Hips press high towards the sky. Head and neck relaxes. If it doesn't feel relaxed, shake it out. Let it go. Hips press up. Heels press down, but it's okay if those heels don't touch the earth. One more breath in. Now as you exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step to the top of the mat. Take your feet all the way up until they reach between the wrists. Bend your knees deeply. Take an inhale, lengthen halfway up, lift. As you exhale, left hand tense down on the earth, right leg lengthens, right arm to the sky, twist open. So roll your right shoulder back. Look up. Good. If you want more here, you can always take that right arm to tuck behind the back, just like we did earlier. Still getting that nice rotation through the torso. Inhale, right arm stays up, reaches up. Exhale, lower that right hand down to the earth. Bend both knees. Right hand is tented. Left leg lengthens, left arm to the sky. Roll that left shoulder back. Again, if you want more here, you can always tuck that left arm behind the back around the front of your right hip. Getting that nice rotation through the spine. Maybe even look up towards the sky. Take your left arm back to the sky if it's not already. Lower your left hand down, bend both knees deeply, relax your head and neck, grab a hold of opposite elbows, bend those knees deeply. Ragdoll pose. Sway side to side. Feel the spine decompress. Feel the head and neck lengthen towards the earth. You may even feel this stretch all the way down and towards your ankles, the outer hips. One more breath. Then keep those knees deeply bent. Release your hands to the earth. Tuck your chin in towards your chest. Unravel your spine all the way up to standing. So ground through those feet. Tuck through your chin. Shrug your shoulders up towards your ears and open them down the back. Expand your heart forward. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. As you exhale, right arm down by your side, reach over to the right, roll that left shoulder back, lengthen through your left side waist. Inhale, reach both arms up to the sky. Exhale, left arm down by your side, reach over to the left, roll your right shoulder back. Inhale, reach up, lengthen. Exhale, bend your elbows, drop your head back, lift through your heart. Inhale, reach up, lengthen, mountain pose. Exhale, hinge and bow forward, flat spine all the way down to your toes. Inhale, lengthen halfway up, lift. Now as you exhale, plant your palms, step your feet back into high plank pose. Hips in line with the shoulders, engage through your core, deep breath in. Now as you exhale, lower your knees down. Walk your hands forward, out in front of you. Melt your heart down, Anahatanasana. Inhale, shift forward onto your forearms. Slide your knees back. Come into Sphinx pose. Lift through your heart. And as you exhale, lower your chest down. Tent your hands to the outside of your mat. Begin to roll one shoulder back at a time. Get deep in the head and neck, shoulders and chest. Good. Come back through center for Cobra pose. Hands right underneath your shoulders. Roll your shoulders back, point your elbows back. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lower, tuck your toes, hips press back towards your heels, downward dog pose. Good. Big breath in. And big breath out. Bend your knees, look forward. This time as you exhale, just step your feet to the outsides of your hands at the top of your mat. Inhale, rise up with wide legs, reach up. Look up. Now as you exhale, toes out, heels in, hands to heart center, horse pose. Good. So as you get in towards your horse pose, knees open out wide, hips in line with the knees if you can. Hands stay at heart center for now. Deep breath in, ground through those heels, engage through your core. Good. Now we're gonna take our hands to our inner thighs. Let your shoulders shrug up towards your ears. Inhale to lengthen your spine forward. Now as you exhale, twist to the left. So dip your right shoulder down, press your right knee away, sink those hips low. Inhale through center, lengthen. Exhale, twist, opposite side. Dip that left shoulder down to the earth. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist, opposite side. Good. One more time to the right, lengthen. Inhale. Exhale, twist, sink those hips low. Good. Now as you inhale back through center, take your hands to heart center, pause, and lengthen your legs. Toes in, heels out. Inhale, lift your arms to the sky. Exhale, swan dive forward, let it go. You can grab a hold of opposite elbows, ragdoll arms. Relax your head and neck. Sway side to side. Good, just let it go. Release your hands to the earth. Inhale, lengthen halfway up, lift. As you exhale, just step your feet back into high plank. Take an inhale in. Now as you exhale, take your knees to the earth. Walk your hands forward, melt your chest down, Anahatanasana, puppy dog pose. Inhale, shift forward onto your forearms, slide your knees back, Sphinx pose. Lift through your heart. And then lower down, tent your hands to the outside of your mat, elbows high and outside. Inhale, roll each shoulder back for your free-flowing cobra. Good. Maybe a little twist, maybe a bend of the knee. Each side. Good. Now lower down, hands under your shoulder for your cobra pose. Inhale, lift through your heart, shoulders back. And exhale, tuck your toes, hips press back towards your heels. Lift your hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. And full breath out. Hi, baby. Good. Good. Let's inhale. Right leg rises up to the sky. Bend your right knee, stack your hips open. Let that length through your right hip lengthen up through your right knee, grounding towards that left heel. And let's take a few hip circles. So hug your right knee towards your chest. Open out to the right and around. Hug in, open out, and around. One more time. Inhale, hug it in. Open to the right and around. Just reach that right knee high. Big breath in. Now as you exhale, hug your knee towards your chest. Place your right foot to the top of the mat. Lower your back knee down. Square your hips forward. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky for low lunge. Good. Slight tuck with that tailbone. Lift through your heart. Now as you exhale, goal post your arms. So palms forward, elbows out by your sides. As you inhale, open your chest, pull those elbows back, look up. Now as you exhale, curl in, forearms come towards one another, tuck your chin. Inhale, open your heart, pull those elbows back, exhale, curl in. Good, 2 more times. Inhale, open. And exhale, curl. Inhale, open. And exhale, curl. Good. Inhale, take just your arms up to the sky, reach high. Exhale, hands to the earth, shift your hips back, flex your right foot, fold towards that right shin, perhaps splits, relax your head and neck. Inhale, shift forward. Tuck your back toes. Right leg, reach it all the way back up to the sky. Open your right knee out, stack your hips. Exhale, lower that right foot down to meet the left. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Bend your left knee. Stack your hips open. So feel that length through the front of the left hip. Ground into that right heel. Okay, let's begin to take our hip circles. Hug your left knee towards your chest. Open out and around. 2 more times. Hug in. Open out and around. Last one. Hug in. Open out and around. Lift that left knee high. Now as you exhale, hug your left knee towards your chest. Place your left foot to the top of the mat. Lower your right knee down. Inhale, reach your arms up. Relax your shoulders. Come into your low lunge. So there's a slight tuck of your tailbone. Pull up and in through your lower belly. Now as you exhale, let's goal post our arms. Palms forward, elbows pull back, shoulder blades pull back. Lift through your heart, inhale. Exhale, close in, tuck your chin. Inhale, open. Exhale, curl, tuck, close. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. Last one. Inhale, open, elbows out, squeeze through the shoulder blades. Exhale, curl in, chin towards your chest. Now as you inhale, just reach those arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to the earth, hips back, flex through your left foot. Square your hips out, take an inhale, lengthen, halfway uplift. Exhale, fold towards that left leg, relax your head and neck. Press that left hip back, right hip forward. Good, inhale, shift forward, tuck your back toes. Left leg rises to the sky for 3-legged dog. Reach high, maybe even bend that knee, open out. Exhale, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Full breath in. And full breath out. Bend your knees, look forward. Feet come to the outsides of your hands at the top of the mat. Toes out, heels in. Lower your hips down between your heels. Hands come to heart center. Moving into Malasana squat, yogi squat. So in your yogi squat, you want those heels down on the earth. If you notice they're lifted, just widen your feet. You can even place a blanket underneath the heels if you feel that they're just not going to go to the earth today, and that's okay. Opening through the ankles, opening through the hips. Let your elbows press your knees away from one another. Thumbs come towards your heart center, shoulders back, reach up through the crown of your head so you lengthen through your spine. This is just as much of a shoulder opener as it is in your hips and lower body. Close your eyes, pause here. Come back to your intention, deep breath in. What are you receiving? Exhale out. Hands to the earth, hips high, toes in, heels out. Relax your head and neck, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway up. Exhale, step your feet back, high plank pose. Take an inhale in. As you exhale, lower your knees. Walk your hands forward, Anahatanasana, puppy dog pose. Inhale, shift forward onto your forearms, slide your knees back, pull your heart through, Sphinx pose. Lower down, tense your hands. Inhale. Free flowing cobra. So open those shoulders back, side to side. Maybe you bend one knee and look back at your toes. Maybe you come up a little bit higher, twist. Good, and lower through center, hands under the shoulders. Inhale, lift your heart, shoulders back, elbows back, cobra pose. Exhale, tuck your toes, hips towards your heels. Lift your hips to the sky, downward facing dog. So let's flow. Inhale, right leg high, bend your right knee, stack open. Exhale, hug your right knee towards your chest, place it to the top of your mat. Keep your back knee lifted this time. Inhale, arms rise high. Exhale, goal post your arms. Inhale to open. And exhale, curl in, just one repetition this time. Inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, modified pyramid pose, lengthen your right leg, keep your hips square, tense your hands to the outside of that right foot, relax your head and neck. Good, bend into your right knee. Right foot reaches all the way up to the sky, three-legged dog, reach high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high, bend your left knee, stack open. Exhale, hug your left knee in, place it to the top of the mat, big breath in, crescent pose, high lunge, keep your back knee lifted. Exhale, bend your elbows, goal post those arms. Inhale, lift your heart, shoulder blades squeeze towards one another. Exhale, curl in, tuck your chin. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold over your left leg, modified pyramid pose, lengthen your left leg, square through your hips, relax your head and neck. Good, inhale, bend into your left knee. Send your left leg to the sky, three-legged dog, reach high. Exhale, lower your left foot down to meet the right, downward facing dog. Full round of breath. Inhale in and exhale out. Good, let's inhale, shift forward, high plank pose. Take an inhale in. Now as you exhale, lower down as slow as you can, elbows tight towards your body. Take your time, maybe even to the count of 5. Slowly lower all the way down to the earth, belly down on the ground. Roll your shoulders back, lift up, gentle baby cobra. And then as you exhale, come on down. Take your left hand right underneath your left shoulder. Right hand, reach it out to the right, palm faces down. Press into that left hand and begin to roll onto your right shoulder. Bend your left knee. Left foot comes to the earth. So this is called the Audrey Lapa shoulder opening. It's one of my teacher's favorites to open through the front of that right pectoral muscle. You want to keep your head and neck lifted. That allows the spine to stay in alignment. If I relax my head, it's kind of taking that neck out of alignment. So we want to stay long in alignment. If you want more in this posture, you can go deeper by taking that left arm to the sky and maybe reaching back to find your right hand behind you. But keep your right palm down if you're going there. Wherever you are, deep breath in. Feel that opening through that right shoulder. Good, let's take our time. Come back onto your belly. Switch sides. Right hand right underneath your right shoulder. Left hand reaches out to the left, palm faces down. Ground into that right hand, and roll onto your left shoulder. So begin to bend your right knee. Right foot comes to the earth. So as you're here, you're really opening into that left pectoral muscle. You're even feeling a gentle twist through your spine. And this stretch right here might be plenty. If you want more, right hand can reach up and maybe back to find that right hand. It's back there somewhere. Okay. Wherever you are, you should feel a deep opening in that left shoulder. Take a few more rounds of breath here. Okay, let's come back on to our belly. Take a moment here, just reopen those shoulders, get some blood flow back, elbows to the sky, circle it out real quick before we move on to our next stretch. The next stretch will get deep into our shoulder blades. So let's start with our left arm straight forward, palm faces down. Right hand crawls underneath that left shoulder. Reach it all the way away, palms face down. Drop your right shoulder down to the mat, left shoulder in line with the right. Tuck your toes and begin to shift up and over that right shoulder. You should feel this deep opening in your right shoulder blade and also in the outer right shoulder. So this is getting deep into the back of the heart. Relax your head and neck. Your throat will come right over your right shoulder. It feels a little awkward, but that's normal for the posture. Deep breath here. Good, and let's slowly come out of this. So just crawl each hand back, take your time. We'll switch sides. Right arm extends forward, palm faces down. Left arm crawls underneath the right shoulder. Crawl it away. Reach your right hand forward and drop your right shoulder down. Let both shoulders be in line with one another. To get a little deeper, tuck your toes, shift up and over that left shoulder. You should feel this deep in your left shoulder blade as well as the outer left shoulder. So this is the opposite side that we were just doing when we were rolling onto our pectoral. So we're opening the full shoulder area, opening through the back and front of the heart, bringing out the spine. One more full breath here. Good, take your time. Begin to crawl back up Again, we'll tent our fingers to either side and just kind of get that flow back into our shoulders. That blood flow comes back into the shoulder socket. Let it feel good. Nice, and then let's take those hands right under your shoulders, tuck your toes, hips press back towards your heels, and downward facing dog. Take a full round of breath here, and full exhale out. Okay, let's tiptoe those feet to the top of the mat. Bend your knees deeply. Tuck your chin towards your chest and begin to unravel your spine. Come all the way up to standing. So we're gonna work into eagle pose. Let's start with our right knee. Hands come to your hips. Inhale, right knee comes up in line with your right hip. Wrap your right leg around your left. So you can be right here, maybe your right toes are even on the ground in your wrap. If not, you're wrapping up and around, maybe even double wrap. Keep your eyes on one point, drishti your gaze, one point out in front of you. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, right arm under your left, eagle arms. Elbows lift high. So squeeze through your inner thighs. Get low in your legs while you lift your elbows away from your knees. Squeeze through those inner thighs as you lift high. Feel that nice spread between the shoulder blades. Deep breath. Keep your gaze steady on one point out in front of you. You guys got it. Stay with it. Good. Now ground through that left foot. Take your right knee all the way up towards your elbows. And lower your right foot down. Inhale, reach your arms high. Look up. Exhale, take your hands to your hips, switching sides. So inhale, left knee in line with the left hip. Pause here, and then wrap that left leg over the right. So again, you might be right here, wrapping right here. That's totally fine, step one. Step two, maybe you wrap all the way around, or even double wrap, taking that top of the foot and toes to wrap around the right calf. Wherever you are, squeeze through your inner thighs. Inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, left arm under the right, eagle arms. Cross those elbows, lift those forearms high. Lift through the elbows, squeeze through your inner thighs, sink low, bend your knees. Pull up through those elbows. Drishti your gaze, keep that gaze on one point out in front of you. Deep breath. Steady balance. Squeeze through those inner thighs, lift those elbows high for one more breath. You got it, stay with it. How low can you go in your legs? Beautiful, slowly ground through that right foot. Take your left knee towards your elbows. Release your left foot down. Inhale, arms rise up, reach up, look up. And exhale, bend your elbows, drop your head back. Take a nice back bend, press your hips forward. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, swan dive forward, let it go. Good, inhale, lengthen halfway up, lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step your feet back, downward facing dog. Pause here for our last downward dog of the class. Feel your hips rise high, big inhale. And exhale, take those knees to the mat. Sit back onto your heels. Extend your legs out long in front of you. Flex through your feet. If you have a dog on your mat, say hi, give him a little bit of love. Good, ground down through those hips. Take an inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. As you exhale, hinge forward, hover over your legs, extend out so you're creating length through your heart. Reach your heart towards your toes. Keep those feet engaged and then release your arms down. Tuck your chin, fold in towards your legs. Deep breath here. And deep breath out. Surrender in towards the legs. Keep those eyes closed for a little bit more restorative, more inward focus. Good, let's roll back up to seated. Take your left foot to your inner right thigh. Flex your right foot. Take an inhale, reach your arms up. Now this time as you exhale, let your right arm come down to the inside of your right calf. Grab a hold of the foot. Reach your left arm high to the sky. Roll that left shoulder back. And then extend. Maybe reach your toes. Maybe you're imagining reaching your toes. Just let that left shoulder peel back. Pull your lower ribs in. Ground through your hips. Feel that stretch all the way through that left side waist. Good. Deep breath here. Let that right forearm be used as leverage so that you can open your chest out. Good. Inhale, both arms rise up to the sky. Switch sides. So extend your left leg out long. Hug, take your right foot to the inside of that left inner thigh. Inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, take that left forearm to the inside of your left shin. Maybe grab a hold of the foot as you extend your right arm over the crown of your head. Right bicep is towards your right ear. Roll your right shoulder back. I like to use my left forearm as leverage, so I'll press it into my left shin so I can open my chest even more. Ground through that right hip. Feel that length through your right side waist, expanding through your rib cage. Deep breath. Good. Inhale, reach your arms high to the sky. Exhale, take your hands down. Extend your legs out. Bend your knees. Reach your arms out by your side. And just slowly roll onto your back. We'll come into bridge pose. So heels come close towards your hips, ground through your feet. Press your hips towards the sky, shimmy your shoulders up underneath your back, tuck through your chin, press those hips high. Bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana. Ground through your heels, feel your hips expand. Engage through the legs. Those knees are parallel, hips with distance. So you want to imagine that you're squeezing a beach ball between the knees. Slowly begin to lower down onto your spine. Press your low back in towards the earth. Hug your knees towards your chest. Give them a gentle squeeze. Let's extend that left leg long. Hug your right knee in towards your chest. And then take your right knee over to the left. Right arm out to the right. Twist your spine. Shoulders stay down on the earth. Let your breath draw into your low belly. Decompress. Good. Let's come back through center. Hug both knees in towards your chest. Extend your right leg long. So let your left knee hug deeply into your low belly. And then take that left knee over to the right. Left arm out to the left. Twist your spine. Let your shoulders stay down on the earth. Let your breath deepen in towards your low belly. Good. Let's come back through center. Hug both knees deep in towards your chest. Give yourself one big final squeeze. Good, and release those legs. Arms out by your side, palms face up. Close your eyes. Shavasana. With your eyes closed, just allow yourself to let go of any movements in the body, of your breath. Let everything feel at ease. A melting sensation through the body, through the mind, through the face. A letting go of any emotion. A letting go of any mental chatter that might still be left. And when all that just feels clear, what are you receiving today? What are you receiving in your practice? What is being offered to you as a gift or a lesson? You may stay in Shavasana as long as you need or would like. If you would like to move about with your day, begin to gently move fingers and toes. Softly awaken the physical self. Maybe roll off to one side or the other, coming into a fetal position. And once you come up into an easy seat, let's all meet with hands at heart center. Bow your chin. Take a moment here to express gratitude towards all that we've been given in this life, all that we have today, and honor the light that dwells within each and every one of us. Thank you so much for practicing with me this morning. But thank you for practicing with me. Next class is going to be Sunday at 8 a.m. right here on YouTube. I'll also offer that one on Zoom. If you want that link, go ahead and send me a message. You can always see updates on Katie Marie Yoga on my Instagram, my Facebook, here on YouTube. If you hit subscribe, you'll see these lives pop up. And thank you so much for joining me. Aloha and have a lovely day.